Hey, I'm Jusko, and this is Strictly Credit Cards, where we talk about strictly credit cards. Subscribe, why don't you? In this video, we are going to review the Walmart credit cards. Now, we did a review back in 2019 on our Proud Money channel. This is going to be sort of a refresh. Not a ton has changed here, but there's a little bit different in terms of what is going on with the card as well as what has sort of happened in the broader market as well. So we will look at what these cards offer, who they're good for, approval odds, all that kind of good stuff. Walmart offers two credit cards issued in partnership with Capital One, the Walmart Rewards Mastercard and the Walmart Store Card. The Rewards Mastercard accepted at Walmart and anywhere else that Mastercard is accepted, which is pretty much everywhere credit cards are accepted. The Walmart Store Card only accepted at Walmart. When you apply for the Walmart credit card, you are going to be applying, in most cases, for the Walmart Rewards Mastercard. They are going to look at your application, look at your credit history, decide on your approval for the Walmart Mastercard. If you don't get accepted for the Walmart Mastercard, well, then they will sort of move on to the Walmart Store Card and consider you for the Walmart Store Card. So basically, if your credit history is not good enough to qualify for the MasterCard, you still potentially could get that store card. Now, I believe that if you don't want the MasterCard and you just wanted to get the store card, regardless of your credit history, I think you can choose to get the store card. But the way it generally works is they are considering you for that MasterCard first and then the store card second. So let's start by looking at the Walmart Rewards Mastercard, because that is the card that is going to be more likely the one that ends up in your hands if you are approved. So this is a no annual fee Mastercard that gives you 5% cash back on your purchases at walmart.com, so online at walmart.com, but also through Walmart's mobile app. So if you do pickup and delivery and you make your purchase on the mobile app or walmart.com, those would qualify for 5% as well. So on the website, through the app, anything that you are paying for either online or through the app is going to qualify for the 5%. If you pay in store, that is going to be a different story, because if you pay in store, you are only getting 2% cash back on your purchases inside Walmart, as well as at Walmart Gas and Murphy USA gas stations. You also get 2% cash back on dining purchases, 2% back on travel purchases, 1% back everywhere else. Now, there is a bonus of sorts in the first year that you have the card. I just said you only get 2% on your in-store purchases at Walmart, but actually for the first year, if you use Walmart Pay and connect it to your Walmart MasterCard, well, then you'll get 5% on your purchases in Walmart stores when you pay with Walmart Pay. So Walmart Pay is one of the mobile phone apps that allows you to use your phone to pay. You connect your Walmart MasterCard to that as the funding source or the payment source for Walmart Pay. And when you use Walmart Pay in the store, you would then get 5% for the first 12 months. After the first 12 months, it's going to go back down to 2%. In terms of redeeming your cash back, you have a lot of options. You can take it as a statement credit, which offsets purchases that you have made with the card. You can take it as a check that gets sent to you. You can use the cash back while you are making purchases at walmart.com. So whatever you have accrued, you can use that against the purchases that you have made, either for the full purchase price or for part of the purchase price. You can also redeem for gift cards. You can redeem for travel. Some of these are going to have minimums in order to redeem. Some of them are not. So as far as statement credit goes, or using your cash back at walmart.com, those are not going to have minimums. The other ones are going to have some sort of minimum you're going to have to meet before you can actually redeem. Other things to note about the Walmart Rewards Mastercard: it has no foreign transaction fees. So if you use it outside of the United States, you're not going to get hit with any extra charge. Many credit cards do charge you extra on purchases outside of the US. Oftentimes that is an extra 3% fee, so you're not going to have that here. In terms of interest rate, 17.99%, 23.24%, or 26.99% are the potential interest rates that you could get as I make this video. And that means they're going to look at your credit history and they're going to give you one of those interest rates. Now, the 17.99% is not great, but it's not terrible in today's credit card market. The other ones over 20%, not so good. You really don't ever want to be paying interest on your credit cards, so these interest rates really shouldn't even come into play if you are paying off your credit cards in full each month, because you'll never actually pay any interest regardless of what that interest rate is. Now, in terms of approvals, You may get instant approval on this card, meaning that when you actually go and do your application, they would approve you, and then you could even potentially use the card right away at Walmart or Walmart.com. So if you used it at Walmart.com or you used it through Walmart Pay or on the mobile app, you could potentially use it immediately. Now, credit lines on this card could start very low, so it depends on what your credit history is. You could have a credit line as low as $300, which isn't exactly ideal. It's something, obviously. You'd be approved and you'd have a card and you'd have a credit line, but it wouldn't give you a whole lot of purchasing power. So you should know that going in, that you could get kind of a measly credit line. Now, maybe the upside of this is that the approval odds on this card are fairly good. So because number one, Capital One tends to work more often with people that have maybe a little lower credit scores, that is something that is sort of in your favor. This is a retail credit card, which oftentimes, a retail store credit card, which oftentimes these types of cards are going to have easier approval. And when you're talking about a card that might be giving you a very small credit line, well, then they can be a little riskier in terms of who they approve because they're not necessarily giving you a very big credit line to work with. But if you are approved and you get a small credit line and you get the high end of that interest rate range, not necessarily a great thing, but the approval odds here are a lot better than with a lot of other cards. So I would say if you are over a 650 credit score, you probably have a pretty good shot here. If you're between 600 and 650, probably just depends on how long your credit history is and some other factors. You might get that really small credit line on that one. If you're under 600, you're probably still not going to have a very easy time getting approved here. And then looking at the Walmart store credit card, the one that is only accepted at Walmart and Walmart.com, not a whole lot of difference, except it's only accepted at Walmart and Walmart.com, which means you can't use it on dining or travel, so you're not going to have the potential rewards there. You are going to get the high end of those interest rates I just talked about, so if you're only approved for that Walmart store card, it's going to be a 26.99% interest rate as I make this video, which is very high. Otherwise, you're going to get the same stuff. You're going to get the 5% at Walmart.com, the 2% in the Walmart stores, the 5% in the first year if you use Walmart Pay. Otherwise, essentially the same card. So looking at these cards overall, and I'm going to focus mostly here on the Walmart Mastercard, I sort of have mixed feelings. If you look at the card as a whole, this is a decent retail store card, and Walmart obviously is a popular retailer, so there are going to be plenty of people that want this card. However, you're getting that 5% at Walmart.com, which obviously is nice, but they're only giving you 2% in Walmart stores, and that sort of sits wrong with me because what it is saying sort of is, well, people that shop online with Walmart are more important than people that shop in the stores. We're going to give better discounts to the people that shop online because we are in competition with Amazon, and so the online customer is somehow more important and you're more deserving of the higher reward if you shop online than if you actually shop in the Walmart stores. Now there's obviously a different selection between the two, but still it feels like if you're going to be giving that reward, it should be the same. Now for the first year, it is the same in store because you're getting that 5%, but only when you purchase through Walmart Pay. So it's sort of a way to train you to use Walmart Pay when you buy at Walmart. So there's even an ulterior motive a little bit on Walmart's part there, trying to sort of train you into the behavior that they want. The 2% on dining, the 2% on travel, those aren't bad. Now there are other cards on the market, if you could qualify for them, that could give you more. You can get 3% on dining with a lot of cards like the Chase Freedom cards, or you can get 3% on travel with cards like the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards card, and there are others out there as well. So those are only okay as sort of enhanced rewards, but if you're someone that maybe has a lower credit score and maybe you could not qualify for some other cards on the market that would pay you more, well then this isn't a bad package. I'm sort of being, mean a little bit about the 2% only at Walmart stores, but if you can't qualify for a 2% cashback card otherwise, well then it makes sense that this card could work for you even then. You might be mad about the 5% at Walmart.com versus 2% in stores, but it still might be the best option that you have. So it is not a bad card overall, but I do wish they treated their customers a little more on the same level between Walmart.com and in-store. So that is it. Questions, comments, put them in that comments section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.